but that's fine. Oh yeah, this is... My brain is numb right now. I have 2 points available. Sadly this can't connect, can't weave around. Okay, there we go. I don't have on for this right now, so we'll just leave it as it is. Okay, nice. Though I do wonder if we're going to meet the tomb robber.
The power cell for portals feels dead. Maybe a sign will revive it.
If we were going to meet the tomb robber, or is it just meant to be a Lara Croft reference? Seems no. Seems it was literally just for a Lara Croft reference. That's fine. I think this is the place that I went down to for something else. Yeah, it is. I think I discovered that last time too. God damn, this game is beautiful. And now you can see it almost as well as I can. I see it in 30 more frames, but roughly, potentially. But, yeah, hopefully you're seeing it pretty well too. Except, you know, when out top. Spin to win, baby! My God, is it a beautiful game. Oh yeah, this is the tomb we hung out with the other guy at. Probably had that there for a reason. Okay, I'm gonna stop recording now in a mo, because it's what time? 2:45. I'll stop recording now in a second. I hadn't actually planned on recording on today. My Final Fantasy 14 time ran out, so I decided, fuck it. We'll, try and record a bit of this. Also recorded an update video for Heya.
What the golly blasting devils are you doing, man? What plague? An unfortunate turn of events, that's all. Get back to chiseling. If we don't deliver that head on time, the infestor will twist my plums off.
Is that what you'll tell Emil's widow? That a cow crushed him and it was an accident? This, sir, is a grave matter. It requires a specialist, some mage or warlock.
What happened here?
Look! It's that witcher who's come to town. Maybe he can do something. An exorcism or the like. We should ask how much coin he'll want.
Saw your notice. Got a problem with a cow? Fear a plague, is that it?
Yes, indeed. And a horrid one at that. Without the gods, something true we have. In Zeracania, they sent a plague of locusts, then of frogs. With us, they skipped right to raining cows down on us.
Enough! Enough! No need to so panic. Come, Master Witcher, I shall divulge to you the matter at hand. Yes, an unfortunate matter indeed, to be crushed by a cow. A true shame, Emil. He was a good worker. I told them at once there had to be a simple explanation. But that lot, no. Right away they started in screaming, plague! Demanding higher wages for hardship, poor working conditions, you see? They'll ruin me, the blotters.
My job is to figure out why a cow fell from the sky. That it?
That too. The thing is, since none bothered to clear the cow corpse, some filths overrun the other pit. We fear to venture there.
Not surprised. Cow? Where'd it come from? What kind was it?
Why, the ordinary spotted kind. Nothing unusual. Its corpse rots in the other pit, sends out its stench, and Emil lies right beneath it. Will you tend to the matter, take on the contract?
What exactly is going on here?
That's the end of the statue
Construction
quest.
of a statue of the prophet Lepiota. We're carving it. Not all at once, that is, but piece by piece. A pious infestus revived the project after years of neglect. He's engaged all nearby quarries in its completion. And we would be on schedule were it not for the incident. Please, Master, will you look into it?
Need to know more about this accident. Anyone actually see what happened?
No, but sounds there were. Osterv had just gone to see how Emil was getting along when suddenly we heard an ear-butching boom. Moments later, something smashed into one of the cranes.
Doubt it was the cow that hit the crane.
Probably true. At any rate, come morn we ventured out to sea, but the vermin drove us off. With that, all work came to a halt. Has remained so since. Master, tarry no longer, please. Will you take on the matter?
Need to talk about my reward before I decide.
Time for a good hackle. So how much would you take? Fine. But that is the sum total. No bonuses or gratuities on top. Understood.
Find you 10% is best you can ask for.
Fine, I'll look into it. Might be a botched portal, but I doubt it.
Lepiota reward you with progeny aplenty. I shall keep an eye out for your return.
I'll do this quest, and then I'm calling it quits. I'll
I've sweat dripping
and I'll check to see how the recording is. It may be botched, it may not be. I'll skim through it, and I'm gonna head to bed then. I'll see about recording more tomorrow. I'll see about it. That is nasty. Oy. Yeah, it looks like the cow was actually like lying into him. Like, he literally crushed his pelvis. And to be honest, cow would be fucking heavy. I could see that happening. Especially if it's at from a fair height. Oh, actually, some funny. I was reading a comic, a bit of a web comic, Restart Witch. Basically, it's in, you know, Isekai, or however you say it. Person wakes up in a fancy world. Well, this guy was an engineer. He worked to death, and he wakes up in a fancy world. He's some prince. He was some, the prince used to be some hedonist. And he just wakes up, and the prince is in the middle of, you know, watching a witch hanging. The guy has a different, you know, he's like, kind of confused for a moment, and just, you know, he takes charge of the situation after a moment and decides to postpone the hanging. Since he has memories of both his past life and his current life, he plays it off as he's bored of it. He later on goes to see the witch, and realizing she can control fire, and she melts out her way out of her cell. But he's like, "Yay, industry!" And proceeds to plan to use, the witch's magic, which everyone thinks comes from the devil, to, you know, spur on a industrial revolution. Or, well, it's real. One thing he does frequently think of is, you know, agriculture and, you know, improving that. People where he is don't eat well. I think there was some line about them eating dirt. It could be an exaggeration just to say how poor they are, but yeah, it's a fun webcomic. But the reason I bring it up is a fair bit in, he gets a few other witches join his cause, and one of them can create pictures with her magic quill. Like, they have all different abilities. One, I'll just put on hand gel in case you can hear it. One can magnetize things. Another can manipulate plant growth. Another has a magic quill which she can use to draw what she can visualize, be it memory or imagine. And he starts getting her to make Gwent cards. They outright call it Gwent. Outright call it Gwent. I only read half the that chapter where that's in it. You know, he just has a heavy crossbowman being drawn. You know, they may go further and actually have an outright, you know, growth card. I have no idea. Probably not. Probably not. You know, who knows how daring they're going to be. But yeah, it's just outright Gwent. So yeah, it's just found it funny. I was about to play Witcher, and here's a webcomic with Gwent in it. Just suddenly. Again, it makes a degree of sense. It's in this guy. Guy came from, you know, Earth. So, you know, makes sense. But yeah, it is a fun webcomic. There was one weird flub in it. Basically, you observe this attack going on, and it looks like there's only one survivor of it. But then later on, it's the way the thing was phrased, it implied there was another survivor of it, which would make sense. But maybe it was just a translation being botched. Half a clue. but that is one issue. It's originally in Chinese, so it's not, some things get botched in translation, sadly. But yeah, it is a fun manga. I keep calling it manga, but it's a fun webcomic nonetheless. I just wish there was more of it.
Must be Emil. Workers mentioned him. Poor guy. Unlucky as all hell. Right. Now where do I start?
He's unlucky as all hell, but I imagine he'd probably die pretty quickly. Then again, I can also imagine maybe he didn't die quickly. It's not like the cow landed on his head. It's the pelvis that got crushed, so it's not. You can't really tell too well from this angle, but I think, yeah, it's pelvis that got crushed, so it's not even like it, exploded his chest. I imagine you die pretty quickly with an exploded torso. So, basically, he's already unlucky to begin with, but one scenario, he dies instantly. Another scenario, he's trapped under the cow with a caved-in pelvis, with a pulverized pelvis, and just bleeds to death. One is worse than the other, but both are horrific.
Crushed by something heavy. Skull base is cracked. Fresh tooth marks. Necrophages. But they got to him after his death. Won't learn anything else from the body. Tissues crushed in places. Must have fallen from quite a height.
I remember on Taverncast they had a High Strangeness episode. They had two of them, I think, and in one of them they're talking about like like some like mystery of cows being dropped from like great heights, and they would have their blood take or they would have injuries, that would appear that they've been dropped from great heights, and they would have blood taken and particular organs missing, this kind of thing. It's reminding me of that.
Got sliced open. Not much blood, so it happened after death. Heart had already stopped pumping. Tooth marks. Small ones, though, so necrophages left him clearly. Sure sniffed out their feast fast. Deep claw wounds. Spread between talons indicates a draconid. A wyvern, probably. But these wounds weren't the cause of death. Got it. All clear now. Cow died when it fell from a great height. Draconid must have dropped it. A youngster probably trying to get the cow back to its nest, but it proved too heavy. Emil's bad luck to be standing right underneath. And then there's the crane. Draconid must have hit it pretty hard. Dropped the cow, then probably tried to steady its flight. Got hurt in the process. Good. Should be simple to track down. Traces of Draconid blood. Barely perceptible. I'm on the right track.
Okay, let's be fair. That's pretty perceptible. Not even using Witcher sight.
Started bleeding heavily. Wound was more serious than I thought, looks like.